And we are live.
I think StreamYards is lagging a bit. It says there's one person watching. That must be Canuck Mark.
Probably.
There's two?
Usually we have that long countdown and then it goes and then it,
Yeah. Well, today's a little bit different. As you can see, Rojas is living in a garage. No, I'm joking.
I'm homeless, guys.
Hey,
we need some donations.
Anything's possible after that video from Omni and the Hellcat.
Dude, anything. Literally anything is possible. Oh man, it's crazy. So my thing is labeled Rojas on the go because I'm on my mobile. I'm on my phone and I'm obviously not in my office. So I'm about a little bit over 1,000 miles away from my house.
So you keep talking. I'm going to share the link.
Cool. I am. So yeah. So some of you guys know, some of you guys don't know. I drove from California all the way to Colorado, visiting family, hanging out, and then from here, going to be driving from Colorado all the way to St. Louis. And I'm taking off on Monday for that drive. Yeah. So it's been a hell of a. The drive was actually pretty cool. You know what? If you're in the Rojas Telegram group, I know some of you guys follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I've been posting some pictures of that first haul, so I'm probably going to post some stuff in the Rojas Telegram group. Make sure you follow us. I got the group, Rojas Reviews. Next Level has this group called Android TV Tips. Just one word.
Something like that.
And then we also have the Beyond the Streams where we broadcast every time we drop some stuff. And we also have another group that one of our subscribers is manning it called Beyond the Meat. So make sure you guys are following us. So I can't really see the chat completely. I have to hit this little chat thing. And it says, I can kind of, I can see it.
Yeah.
It just has a little thing here. So I see Canuck. What's up, Canuck? Roland, Cyclone, Shrinking Sharon. How you doing? Roland says Rojas got a haircut. I did. Check it out.
Yeah, Canuck Mark wants to know who the bald dude is.
Who's the bald dude? My Colorado family has a green cross outside their house. Oh yeah, I'm sure they do.
I don't know what that means. Is that like a Colorado thing?
It's just in the United States they have like if you see a building with a cross, that's a dispensary.
Oh. I follow.
Wink. Does it look like is that better? I'm trying to put it where I don't have a stand or anything, so there you go. Is that somewhat better?
Yeah.
Now I got this light right here.
Yeah, whatever. It works.
So I went to get I'm in a quiet room, so I am in the garage, so hopefully it's not too echoey in here, but yeah, so
So today is our subscriber BS live stream, which usually means that we just kick it with you guys. We hang out, we answer whatever questions that you guys have in the chat, or anything that you guys are seeing that you guys want to talk about. Justin Hernandez says, "How you doing? It's time.
How you doing?
4 p.m. It's Rojas, the Next Level show. If anyone tells you to do something, you say, get out of here. I'm watching the show. How you doing?"
Justin sent me a thing and I put his voice on my machine, but obviously I don't have it with me. So next time. What's up, Illegitimate Humans? What's up, Melinda? Melinda's here. 619. What's up, Troop? What's up, Santos? So we got a couple ladies. I know last time some of the ladies were like, where's all my ladies at? If the ladies are in here, say hello. Say hello. We got Shrinking Sharon and we got Melinda. Say hello. Brad, what's up, dude? Thanks for posting the link right there. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you see my finger going back and forth, is because I'm trying to open up the chat and then close the chat. So, but yeah, what's everybody up to? What do you guys been up to? What do you guys like? It's pretty much whatever you guys want us to talk about. Yeah,
So I have a question for you.
go for it.
How far did you get in Loki?
I haven't seen the last episode.
But you seen up to 5?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I did see the Simpsons episode, and then I
I
did
haven't seen that one
see.
yet.
Okay, you're
It's
not
not
missing much.
it's not related, right?
They kind of just made a little jab at the show. Like Loki is in the where he's going to court if he's saying guilty or not guilty, but it's you don't have to watch it. It's kind of dumb.
I thought it was going to be a TV series.
I thought so too.
It was just a stupid short episode, right?
It was a stupid short episode. Yeah, I will say though. Okay, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but has everybody seen Black Widow?
I haven't seen Black Widow yet.
Damn it! You got to see Black Widow.
You can talk about it. I don't care. I don't care.
Do you? Well, I know I don't want to blow it. Okay, well, anybody out there? I've seen it. Nope. Okay, if you don't care if I talk about it, oh, how do I do this? I don't want to spoil it too much to the point, but I kind of want to throw a couple conspiracy things out there. Maybe we'll save it for like a week. How about this? We'll give everybody a week to catch up on the show and the movie.
So, I guess what other shows have you been watching besides Loki then?
Right before that one was Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
That was a hilarious show. And then I saw The Morning Show. That was a good one.
I've been like religiously keeping up with Superman and Lois. I really like that show.
Mm.
Have you watched it at all or no?
Not yet. It's on my list though.
Oh man, it's a good show.
Canuck Mark says he's watching Resident Alien. That's a good one. If you guys haven't seen that one, that's actually is a good one.
Superman
okay, how about
is
this? Melinda says talk about it. Go ahead, doesn't matter. Okay, if you don't want me to talk about it,
go away.
If you don't want me to talk about it, speak now or forever hold your peace. If you don't want me to talk about it, tell me now. Say don't talk about it. What's up, Sohail? I see you.
Talk about it. Be about it.
I don't know how many people are watching because I can't see the numbers here.
25.
There we go. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, please. Okay. If you don't want me to talk about it, say something. Say don't talk about it. Just say don't talk about it. What's up, Daryl?
Batwoman? What?
Shark Week.
Yeah, Shark Week did start this week.
If you don't want me to talk about it, about Black Widow and what my conspiracy theories are, remember, I haven't seen the last episode of Loki, so don't kill it for me. Okay, nobody's saying don't talk about it. Okay, so look, if you don't want to hear this, go away. If you don't want to hear this, go away. I apologize because it doesn't seem like anybody cares. Okay, so here's my conspiracy theory so far. Now, I haven't seen the last episode of Loki. I still think Kang the Conqueror is going to be the main dude. If you watch the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you will see that there was a girl that hired the agent, whatever his name is. He was the Captain America guy, and then they called him Agent
America or something.
Agent something. I forget what this. Yeah, Agent something. Agent. Captain Agent.
Captain Agent, Sir, Mister.
Captain Agent. So here's my thing with that Captain guy. They hired him. That one girl, I forget her name. She hired him and said,
Oh, U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. She hired him so that way they she's like, hey, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you, right? At the end of Black Widow, that same girl shows up and hires Black Widow's sister,
Right.
and she's saying like, hey, I have a target, I have another target for you. So it seems like they've been already working together. Um, they are going to the Dark Avengers.
Ooh.
They are forming the Dark Avengers group. They already have several people already in there that I'm just like, wait a minute. Some of the ones that were good guys are now bad guys. It's screaming Dark Avengers big time. Um, so I'm very yeah, Dark Avengers. Um,
It only makes sense to form the Dark Avengers after you deal with Thanos, though. You need like a big villainous saga.
yeah. So I know with Loki they're doing this whole thing with the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think everything's gonna mesh. One of the things that I accidentally saw when me and Nextlevel were talking about, and I saw the whole thing with Spider-Man, and I saw some of the cast members that were in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and then that Garfield guy in Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting some of those characters to put the Sinister Six together. I know that's what they're doing, but because this whole multiverse thing, everything is starting to combine. We're gonna see multiple Spider-Mans like all of a sudden. Um, the whole thing with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think Scarlet Witch, she's no longer Wanda. She's Scarlet Witch now. I think she's going to be one of the villains. I have a feeling she's gonna bring Mephisto, the devil. She's gonna bring the devil.
Or
And I think
one
what
of
they're
the
gonna
versions of the devil from Marvel, because there's a few of them.
right, there's a few of them. I think they're gonna try to get Agatha somehow back in there because it's like, holy crap, like we need your help. And I think Scarlet is going to be on this freaking manhunt to try to get her kids. I think the kids are there. And I think Doctor Strange is going to try to help her. He's going to fight her and help her because she's going to be super evil, but then trying to do a good thing. You know what I mean? Um, I also think Monica Rambeau at the end of WandaVision, I think they're like, oh yeah, someone's got to talk to you. And she went to go talk to Nick Fury. And that's where the scrolls are at. And she's going to be joining. I know they have Miss Marvel coming out soon, so that's how the whole Marvels are going to be connected. But the scrolls are going to be doing Secret Invasion. Like I'm almost pretty sure that's going to happen.
Yeah, they have to do that.
Yeah. So based on how everything is connecting and combining, um, I wouldn't be surprised if there was even Miles Morales Spider-Man, like a cartoon version of Spider-Man that comes in. If you guys saw Loki, how they had that little Throg, the Thor frog, he's gonna probably pop in somewhere. Like, dude, he had a cameo in there. I was like cracking up. I was like, no freaking way.
In
Um,
the Simpson episode?
no, the Loki show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so all this stuff that is happening, I think the Taskmaster from Black Widow is gonna be popping into Dark Avengers. Um, I, there's just so many things that's happening right now. Like pretty much within these last three shows for Marvel, they've set themselves up for the next 10 years. Like the amount of stories that is going to happen, like get ready for the next 10 years.
Search Flick says Rojas is on the set of Hostel 5.
Shut up, don't tell nobody. What's up, Milton? See you. Um, Justin says, I'm going to be very angry if there's no multiple Spider-Mans. I think they're going to do a whole Spider-Verse. I think they're going to do a whole Spider-Verse on that.
Yeah,
Um,
because they got to introduce the hell's that guy's name? Not like there's Madam Web, and then there was another dude that kind of worked with her, but not really. What was his name? Man,
I can look it up.
I gotta go look it up now.
Yeah. So I haven't seen the last episode of Loki, so I can't confirm. I know some of you guys might have. I still think it's Kang the Conqueror, and I think they're setting everything up to be uh it's got to be something huge. It's got to be like a very huge villain just like Thanos for this storyline to work. And the way they're expanding all these little like crossovers and spin-offs and all that stuff, the way they're working all that stuff, it's got to be to the point where like like they're gonna go so far deep into this thing. It's nuts. You know, like the next movie, Shang-Chi's coming out. We're gonna see Thor. We're gonna see Spider-Man. Um, I think Moon Knight's coming out this year. Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. There's just a lot of stuff. And then that TV show, the What If kind of confirms on all the stuff from the multiverse. What if something happened instead of this? Which is going to be cool. I like the What If comics. I'm not a fan of of cartoons comics really. I like not anymore. I used to back with X-Men back in '92, but yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of I am gonna watch What If just because it seems interesting. Um, the one thing that I will say though is it seems like they're not gonna make a season two of Loki or WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't like. I think these TV shows are not really meant for a series of shows or seasons of shows. I think they're more of a bridge.
Handoffs. They're like
Yeah,
handoffs.
it's kind of like here's the movie. This is where the movie ends. Here is the next movie, but in between, this is what happened, and this is why this person is like this now. Because I don't think it would make sense if you know the next movie comes out and then we see Falcon full
The
on
Beyonder.
Captain
That's who I
America.
was thinking about. The Beyonder.
There you go.
That's who I
Yeah.
was thinking.
So uh, I don't know. I don't know where the I kind of want a series of a TV show, but at the same time, like if you think about it, these are like 6 hour movies. Like if they did one movie, these are 6 hours,
Yeah.
you know, and it'll be 6 hours. They would drag it too much. Like the storyline would be just drag too much. So I'm glad they broke it into movies. So we'll see. We'll see where they're gonna go with this. I don't know. Justin says the one thing me and my son for sure are waiting for is appearance of Galactus, and there's a season two of Loki in the end of the episode. It confirms it. Okay, no spoilers, please. No spoilers. I don't know if at the end of Loki says there is a season two. I don't know. So I'm curious, but
I'm not saying anything. I've watched the last episode. I'm not saying anything.
you're done with it?
Yeah, I finished it. Okay, here's the thing. It was not last night, the night before. I had watched all of it and finished episode 5 at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And then 2:55 a.m. my time, episode 6 drops. And I'm like, well, I've already made it this far.
Dang. Yeah, I want to see it, but I'll probably watch it sometime next week or this weekend, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. No, next week.
So I still stick with the Loki series was better than my expectations. I didn't have very high expectations for it because I'm not a huge Loki fan, but I thought it was enjoyable. It was good.
Yeah. Surge Flicks. Hey, big shout out to Surge Flicks. He's getting married this weekend.
Oh, is he getting married this weekend?
This weekend.
Oh, congratulations.
Congrats, congrats.
Canuck Mark says, Rohan.
Rohan. Sorry, I don't have my thing here. Soul bruh. Yeah, what's up, dude? What's up, Soul bruh? What's up, Melody? Good to see you. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. we'll see where this is going. You know me, I don't really like to see too much like conspiracy theories or like to see too much of like what's going on out there, but it seems like what we've seen so far that this thing like we're going to be set up for a long time. Like, you know what they should do? And
What?
people know this that I'm not a big DC fan. Like I'm not a fan of Batman, none of those guys. Like my favorite character is Superman, but they do him dirty every time.
They have to though.
They're like, "Hey, this is the strongest character we got. Let's just make him. Let's just dirty him up every time." It's just like, but why? Um, I hope. I think some. I did, no, I think I don't know if it was you or if somebody in the chat said something about Galactus.
No, that's not in the chat. Not me.
Oh, okay, so if you know, there's two versions of a Galactus, right? The DC version and the Marvel version, and they're both considered brothers, even though they're two completely different brands and they're two completely owned by different people. They have their versions of it. And back in the 90s, they dropped a comic book called Marvel or a DC versus Marvel or Marvel versus DC. And the way this whole thing started was the two Galactus brothers pretty much they're pretty much back to back. Like they don't know they're there. They're just kind of like looking at their universe. Or I no, you know what? I don't think it was Galactus. It's somebody else, but Galactus reminds me of him. I think it was somebody else though. This guy turns around, or maybe it is Galactus. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Dark side?
No, not Darkseid. Well, I don't know. I if I have my computer, I can look it up and I know exactly who it is. But let's just call him Galactus.
Imperiex?
I don't remember. I don't remember. So anyway, let's just call him Galactus just for the hell of it. But Galactus, the two versions, they're like kind of like back to back, and they kind of turn around and look at each other, like, "Oh, you're there," type of thing. And then what they do is they turn and face each other, and now everything from DC comes into Marvel. And now you have people like Wolverine versus Lobo, Batman versus Iron Man. You have like all these characters that will never ever ever face each other, but um they're fighting against each other because these two guys now realize that they existed. And then they started to mesh. They started to make characters that don't exist, like Spider-Man and the Flash. Like they started to like melt together, and it created like one character where they were able to run really fast and throw webs and stuff.
That's weird.
It was weird, yeah. And at the end, they kind of turned over and kind of paid each other respects to be like, you know what, stick to your place, I'll stick to my place, and we're good. You know what will be super cool though? If whoever owns DC allows Marvel to say, hey, why don't we do Marvel versus DC? Like, let's just do a whole Marvel versus DC that somehow we collided against each other. And, you know, just like the comic books, it was a 4 comic book series. And the battles on that thing was super cool. And the way they did it was super good. I think they should do a 4. I don't know if it would be a 4-part movie or if it would be a TV show, but I think something like that would be cool. But DC can't be in control of it. They got to let like Kevin Feige do it because DC is not on a roll with the good movies right now. Like they had to get the Gunn brothers to do Suicide Squad 2, and I have a feeling that's going to be good. I don't know. What do you think?
If there was a Marvel versus DC movie, then it would be the highest grossing movie DC ever played a part in. That's what I think.
Imperiex. Is that who it was? Imperiex.
That's what I was saying.
That's what they were typing in the chat. I don't know if it was Imperiex or not. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think it'll be super cool.
The one who was created at the beginning of all existence, the Anti-Monitor? This
Oh,
website says the the Anti-Monitor is the equivalent to Galactus.
okay. So it might have been that. I don't know. But it's supposed to be like two guys that they're considered as brothers, but they're not. Like I said, one's DC, one's Marvel. So we'll see. Dark Claw. So, well, he doesn't look attractive. What? What are they talking about now?
What?
I don't know. I was just reading the chat. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know what comes out like later this year. Do you know? I know Shang-Chi does.
Morbius? Did Morbius this year or next year?
I think that's this year. I think does Moon Knight come out this year?
Pull it up real quick here. Do, 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 do.
Thanos equals Enoch in DC. All right. The thing with DC is they try to copy a lot of stuff that Marvel does, and I know they go back and forth, but Marvel just does it so much better. Is Eternals? Eternals is this year, right?
All right, so we got Black Widow that just came out, Shang-Chi September the 3rd, Eternals November the 5th, Spider-Man Homeless December 17th.
Okay, that's nuts. So based on what's happening with Loki, we're gonna see all kinds of craziness with all these different because it's already happening. Like it's already happening where they're just like, hey, there's different versions. Oh, did anybody see Peggy Carter in Loki? There's a lot of people that were in there that people are just like, wait a minute, was that? Wait, is that? And they're supposed to be duplicates of people that already exist.
Well, the the TVA is majority mostly made up of a clone of one dude in the actual comics. This
Mm-hmm.
one's a little bit different. So like, what's the guy's was his name's what, Owen Wilson or something?
Yeah.
So Owen Wilson plays a character who's supposed to be the clone that's like duplicated all over the TVA. But I guess they chose not to do all the clones this time. I'm not sure. But this
Yeah, I'm
also
not sure either.
means this also means, because I was thinking about it, it means that he can never die in the Marvel universe. So he'll always have a place in the Marvel universe
Mm-hmm.
because he can always be cloned and come back as a different character and play a different role or whatever.
Solbra says thinks Doctor Strange will introduce the multiverse storyline. Well, it's already introduced within Loki. Like Loki has introduced. Okay, so my theory is where the TVA is at. I think that's where the quantum universe is. So I know we have one with like the Quantum Manium that's going to be coming out with Ant-Man, and then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think those two were introduced um here. Like they actually, I think I want to say that world is actually the quantum realm, and then I also think with everything that they're doing already with all these different variants, that storyline has already been introduced, and I think they're gonna feed off of it with Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man, we're going to see something crazy within that multiverse based on what's happening now. And then I think Doctor Strange is going to somehow, I don't know if he's going to clean it up. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to clean it up or not. All I know is, even though there's these whole multiverse things, Wanda's vision's kids exist. And I think that it's going to have to do with something with her. Big time trying to get her kids back. Sobro's saying no, it's the characters and how it ties in. Probably, yeah. I could see Doctor Strange tying everything in together. I think right now it's just chaos. It's just like holy crap, what's happening now? And I think Doctor Strange is just gonna like bring it all in together for sure.
It's like when Hulk was moving around through the multiverses and he stopped with the Sorcerer Supreme and was having that conversation with the Sorcerer Supreme. Well, that's Doctor Strange now. You know what I mean? She's gone. So Doctor Strange takes over her place, and he's kind of he has the ability to kind of go in between those multiverses and that stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know how Shang-Chi is gonna be tied in on this. I know what they're doing is the whole thing with the like they're gonna be bringing in the whole thing with the Mandarin. I'm pretty sure of that, and it's gonna tie in somehow with Iron Man. Like a lot of the like I don't know if people have noticed, but what they're doing is they're referencing stuff from the original movies a lot. Like all of a sudden, it's just like, wait a minute, this is from like the original Hulk. They're bringing some stuff in there, or this is from like the first two Iron Man movies. Like they're tying things in to bring everything full circle, and obviously to pass the mantle.
It's a good point. Sobra says, "Remember the Easter egg in Avengers Endgame? He looked across multiple timelines to see the outcome."
Say that one more time. I'm trying to see his message.
He says that Doctor Strange looked across multiple timelines to see the outcome.
Oh, so, yeah.
So he would have seen all this already.
Well, actually, no, because he saw multiple timelines based on what they were on that point in time. But I think it gets tricky, though. I think it gets trickier than that. He sees all the different outcomes and all the different, I guess, variants you can say. You know, but I think it goes deeper because the TVA is going back further in time before Doctor Strange. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of like yes and no. You know what I mean? It's Doctor Strange for sure. I think is going to have a lot of our answers in his movie. But that is a very good Easter egg to point out, though, for sure.
How long until we see Apocalypse?
They have to introduce X-Men first.
Yeah.
Which they kind of already did, but.
So for the rest of this year, we just have to deal with the What If TV show that comes out on August the 11th. That's the last one for this year. Well, no, Hawkeye and Miss Marvel, but it's not really announced as to a date.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find anyone else with
Oh, Melody took off. See you later, Melody. Back to work. Don't work too hard. Yeah, you know what? That's actually that's a really good point, Sobra. He already looked into multiple timelines to see the outcomes. Apocalypse was already defeated in the last X-Men. Yeah, but the last X-Men, it's not in the MCU. They're erasing all of that stuff and not even acknowledging any of it.
The only reason I bring up Apocalypse is because the TVA, and that's all I'm going to say.
I know. Yeah. Just remember, the X-Men did not exist during this whole MCU timeline that they have going on. Even Fox had to go back in time to fix everything and try to start a new timeline. Days of Future Past. They try to do that. I think what's going to happen is I still have a feeling that second snap that Iron Man did is going to activate that secret gene that mutants have now. I think mutants are now born. You know what I mean? I think they've already have existed in a certain magnitude, but I think when Iron Man snapped his fingers, I think that's when all the genes kick in. That whoever has it, I think they're just gonna wake up like, holy crap, what is this?
Did you remember Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how they had to expose them to that rock, and then they would come out. Now, when he does the second snap, they don't need that rock or whatever it was. I don't know.
So they could even say they could even say, if we're going to look at a different multiverse, that the X-Men have always existed. We just never knew with this Avengers timeline. And now with
Yeah.
this whole multiverse, they could bring them in and say like, "Oh yeah, we already defeated Apocalypse, but now there's a different Apocalypse now. There's a different version of him now." You know what I mean? Which I hope they do that. I hope they do bring Apocalypse. I hope they bring Mr. Sinister. Um, there's just so many crazy characters that they can bring up.
So if you were to
Mutants existed; they were underground. Maybe.
speculate, if you were to speculate the release time frame of Hawkeye and Miss Marvel. So so how it usually goes, from what I can see, is Loki started June 9th, and then Black Widow came out a month later. So if I was to say the last movie scheduled for this year, well, there's Shang-Chi. So do you think that we'll get Hawkeye after Shang-Chi or after the Eternals?
I think Hawkeye is going to come out towards the end of the year, like right before Spider-Man.
Mm,
And I
so
think
you're
Miss
thinking
Marvel is going to be before Eternals.
so you're thinking sometime between November 5th and December 17th we're going to get Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, they just did Black Widow, and how everything went in that movie. It's going to tie into Hawkeye, and I think they're going to wait a little bit so that way it's not too much too soon. And then with Miss Marvel, they're going to be introducing her. I think they're going to do something very similar because I think next year should be the Marvels,
Hmm?
right? The movie, the Marvels, Captain Marvel 2.
November 11th, 2022. End of next year.
Oh man, see that's tricky. And they announced those two movies that come out this year, or the two TV shows, right?
It
Hawkeye and
says,
Miss Marvel.
it says they're coming out late 2021. It's strange
Yeah,
that they haven't done a release date yet, though.
maybe they'll do like November then December, like one back to back almost. No, because then they'll overlap because they'll probably be like 6 episodes each.
What's
I
up,
don't
Preppy
know,
Mom?
man. There's just so much. There's just so much that's happening all at once. Hey, Preppy Mama, we see you.
Yeah. So what are you guys watching right now? I guess we're talking about TV shows today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cyclone says, so what do you guys think about the Play Store requiring Android app bundles instead of APKs, and it relates to sideloading apps?
We did a whole episode on this thing,
Yeah.
so we'll briefly talk about it because we have a whole episode that we talked about stuff like this. But
Just I think it's too new. I think there's a lot of things that we don't know right now,
uh
and it's kind of hard to and maybe it's just my personality, but I hate to get worked up about things that I don't have all the information about. You know what I mean?
uh yeah, I'm of course like with me, I kind of have my theories of I think it's gonna break some stuff. Like people who are used to side loading things, if it doesn't exist no more, then it's not gonna exist no more. Is People are just gonna have to create some new APKs or new abs or whatever they're gonna call, you know. So yeah, we'll see. It's kind of hard to really see. Uh, just seen Jupiter Legacy. Okay, I am bummed out that they canceled the show.
Me too. It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
I hope um I hope somebody picks it up. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Netflix or Sony or I know it was on Netflix, wasn't it?
I thought it was an Amazon.
Was it on Amazon?
I'll check right now.
Somebody just needs to pick up the damn show because it was good.
Amazon just needs to stop. They should just give all the rights to all their content to somebody else because they can never make it to a second season.
It was good. The show had a lot of
Potential.
like there was like so much depth in that show. Like they kept going back in the past and stuff in the future,
Oh,
and
it
then
was
things that are
Netflix. You're
yet to
right.
come. Huh?
It was Netflix. You're right.
Yeah, somebody needs to pick it up. Maybe Amazon picks it up then. I don't know, but I thought they did a pretty good job with that. Like it was just I don't know the whole production and everything what they did. I thought they did a great job. Like I know they didn't like get as many views or whatever as they expected, but it's like, dude, Netflix is losing a lot of money to begin with. So it's like, dude, what do you guys expect? Are you guys expecting to bring a show that's gonna all of a sudden get you a grip ton of subscribers? I don't think so. I will say this though, Apple TV is really good. Like some of the shows that they're bringing out. So far, I've seen two, and I love both of them. So I don't know. We'll see. I
Yeah.
don't.
The first, I think one of the first Apple originals that I watched was Defending Jacob, and I really liked that TV show. It was like a
Mhm.
crime based drama, I guess you would call it, but it was done really well. Production, quality, everything was wicked.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, the two shows that I watched, I think the second season, I think one of them starts next month, and then the other one starts the following month. So I'm very excited to see that. Amazon bought MGM. I'm pretty sure they were planning on bringing back Stargate. Yeah, I never really got into Stargate. I never really got into it. I'm just there's a lot of shows that I know they're starting to cancel now, and there's some shows that I don't know why they're not putting more work into it, like Jupiter's Legacy. They should, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was definitely a good show. And the other one, Soul Bros is waiting for Invincible season 2. Hell yeah.
I
You don't
haven't
like
seen it.
you yeah, because you don't watch cartoons, but the Invincible's a wicked freaking show. Telling you. You should
I gotta
watch
check it out.
you should watch at least the first 3 episodes when you're bored and having when you're running on your damn treadmill. I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out for sure.
Telling you it's good. It's freaking good.
I wonder if I have it on my list already. I gotta see. I gotta find out and see if I have it or not. They might
Melinda
make a
says,
dumb Howard the Duck movie.
I could see that. I could see
I
that.
can see that. I can see them doing a Howard the Duck, but I wouldn't be mad about it. I think it will be really, really cool. Oh, I'll get to this to you, Melinda. Hold on. Don't leave the message either. We'll just leave it up there next level. Um, I hope they do a Howard the Duck because we saw the last time we saw Howard the Duck, he was stuck in nowhere, right? And the last time before that, he was on Earth, and they had this whole like back in the '80s and stuff. I hope they do an updated like what happened to Howard the Duck. Remember, he was in the Marvel comics. He was with Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was with Thor when they were the Asgardians of the galaxy. So I'm actually curious if they're going to throw him in there. Hmm?
The Ass Guardians.
The Asgardians. So Melinda says, Rojas, I'm going to buy the Xbox Series X. I know that you don't like Xbox, but I just had to mention it. I know it's for your kid. It's all about that PlayStation, the elusive PlayStation that nobody can get. Let's see. What's up, Coral? How you doing, man? Howard the Duck was great, right? What is this, Rojas Garage Edition? Yeah, no, for anybody that's showing up late right now, I actually drove from California to Colorado visiting family. It was about a 16-hour drive. I'm going to be posting pictures actually in the Rojas Reviews Telegram group. I did on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I know some of you guys aren't on some of those platforms or don't follow me on some of those platforms, but I'll throw it on Telegram. That way you guys can see um, the adventures of Rojas. Let's see. I have it. You want it. They have to bring the heroes for hire out. See, I agree with you, but the defenders, ah, I hate to say it, but the defenders kind of failed. Like I liked it, but they could have done so much better. And then when you look at the individual series, Jessica Jones was starting to drag. First season was great, but
Yeah,
it began to drag. And then you got Daredevil, which same thing. First, I think
all
two
of them were
seasons
the same
were
thing.
great.
Iron Fist. Um,
Iron Fist,
what's the other guy's name?
Luke Cage,
Luke Cage. It's the same shit with all of them. The first seasons were great, and then they all started dragging.
they all started dragging. But the funny thing is, though, at the very end, I think of Luke Cage when he met with Iron Fist, and then they were both having a drink somewhere in Kang Lung or wherever they were at. When they were like, cool, now they're tag teaming these guys up together. They started to end a lot of these seasons on very good high notes. And it's just like, why are you just exploring this?
Mm-hmm.
Like Iron Fist and Luke Kang, when they tag team and they were doing like some of their like combining their powers to get some stuff done, I'm like, dude, that would have been awesome. And I think when they started to do the crossovers, it was just a little bit too late. Just a little bit too late because that would have been badass if they should have introduced the crossovers probably second season, then the Defenders, and then right after that, do the crossovers where they're now in each other's shows like completely, and then do Heroes for Hire. But they were Kevin Feige's going to bring some of those characters back. I'm pretty sure. Disney has 100% full rights as of now. I think it was this summer that they have full rights for all four of those characters, including the actors, to do whatever they want now. So I hope they bring the same actors back, and I hope they do. I hope they just do them justice. Honestly, I really do. And I think they can. It failed because Iron Fist sucked. Yeah, Iron Fist was the worst.
He was. I really liked the first season, but then he got so emotional.
Yeah,
He got like super emotional, and it was like, all right, that's enough of this now. It's okay.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I really do hope because I do like Iron Fist, um, and I do like Luke Cage. I really hope they combine those two together, and I hope they start Heroes for Hire. I really do hope they start doing some of that stuff, you know? And you know what they could do too, even, and I know this is starting to turn out to be something crazy, but Spider-Man, Spider-Man needs help because now they know who his identity is. And if they bring multiple Spider-Mans into this and they do a whole Spider-Verse, I hope they introduce like a Heroes for Hire. Like saying like, "Hey, I need help and the Avengers are gone. Iron Man's dead. Captain America, Lord, he's hiding in the moon somewhere. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just hope they do something with it."
Captain America on the moon.
You into the moon. um Melinda says, "Where's your puppy?" The puppy's in the backyard. She's kind of playing with the other dogs right now, so yeah, right.
They will, but it'll probably be a short.
Cyclone says, "What do y'all think about the guys in the Ukraine that were mining crypto with 3800
Oh, I see
PS4
that.
Pros?"
I see that. I don't even know how they were doing it. They were PS4s, and they had so many of them. And they okay. Listen, The only reason this is in the news is because they were stealing the power from their government. They weren't paying for the power. Like, if you're gonna do something like this, treat it like a legitimate business.
Yeah.
That's what I think about that. Treat it like a business. Pay your taxes. Pay for your electricity. You're
Know your
making
role.
know your role. Like
And shut your mouth. Yeah, it's some crazy stuff. Well, yeah. Crypto's going all over the place. You guys just got to be careful with what you have and what you're willing to let go.
let it go.
Oh man, so we're almost already an hour into the show, dude.
Yeah. So today is comic day.
Comic day?
Comic day. That's we're just talking about TV shows, movies, Marvel.
Pretty much. Yeah, no, this is a good one. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good shows. Um, yeah, I'm almost excited to see what's coming up. Like I kind of want it to come now, and it's like I can't get enough of this Marvel.
I'm hating that I'm having to watch these TV shows one at a time right now. Like, I wish they would just drop them all so I can just binge watch all of them.
Now you know why I wait.
No, but still, like, knowing that like one or two episodes are out, it's like I want to see it. I want to watch it. Like I'm like that with Superman right now because I want to see what's going on.
Yep. I don't know. I really do like to wait until most of the season's done. So that way when I start, I'm just going straight through it. I'm just watching the one show, you know? But so we're gonna give you guys a 5 minute, 5 minute call. Anything you guys want us to talk about? Go ahead and shoot it out. Shoot out your comments. Anything that you guys want us to discuss. Um, the ladies have been on a roll. There's been 2 weeks in a row that the ladies have been driving the conversation. So, fellas, you need to keep up. So drop us comments. Let us know what you guys would like to talk about. We got about 5 minutes before we start wrapping it up. You talked me into downloading Loki. Check it out, John. If you do like those movies and TV shows and all that stuff, I'm telling you, like you just have to watch the TV shows because everything connects to the
You
movies. So
you got to look at a lot of these single season Disney Marvel endeavors as like a prologue to the next movie.
Cyclone says, I still haven't watched a single MCU movie or series. I'm waiting until the very end of the saga, then going to stitch them together in chronological order and spend a couple of weeks binge watching. Here's the thing.
It'll take me
They're
a couple weeks.
they're done with the first saga. The whole thing leading from Thanos, like Thanos and all that stuff that was happening, they're done with it already. They're starting the next one now. What's up, Grunt Streams? Late to the show as always. Yeah, it's I like this whole thing with the TV shows. This is something new. Like they're like okay, put it this way. If you didn't watch the first four phases and then you're just like, let me just watch what's happening now after Endgame, it's a whole new set of stories. They reference stuff from these old movies. There's a lot of referencing stuff. Um, but it's its own storyline now. It's its own. It's the next big phase of stuff. So yeah, I would highly recommend just watch it in the order that they came out because at the end of some of these shows, it ties into something else that just came out. And if you watch it in the order of the year of when some of this stuff should have been, um, it won't make sense. It will, but it won't make sense until like way later. So watch them in the order that they were actually released. That's my recommendation, at least.
Hmm.
Melinda's just laughing. So yeah, let us know. Let us know. All right, we got about 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Throw anything else that you guys want us to talk about. What's up, Tim Windsor?
Out of here.
Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you. Yeah, it's just so much stuff. Like, it's crazy that you haven't seen anything yet. Waiting for Elektra. She didn't die. I hope they do a whole new thing with her, too. Brand new. Start over. That would be dope.
They need to refresh all of DC, like cinematically, not in the comics, because the comics they're fine.
Yeah. Well, Elektra's Marvel.
Yeah, but I'm still saying they need to refresh all of DC.
DC just needs a whole facelift. Rojas, have a good time with family. Thanks, Melinda. Yeah, it's what DC needs to do is they need to start from complete scratch all over again. Like we know most of their origin stories, so don't do another origin story and give it to Disney. All right, let's see. I think he's the Mandorians. What's up, Marcos? Who's the Mandorians? Is that like the Mexican Mandalorian?
I, I don't know.
Mandorians.
Rich Little Poor Boy says the downloader codes work on the AFTV News downloader app. I haven't tried the app, but it works on their website. So if you go to aftv.news/ whatever the code is, you can use that in any browser and the application will download as well.
Yeah. Roland says waiting for Yellowstone. I want to make a trip up there. I'm like debating about it still because I got time. So I don't know. I might do it. I don't know. We'll see. Grunt says he's still waiting for the 4900 to arrive. Oh man, that's a beast. That is a beast of a device. We need another Batman. Okay, there is a, or where is it? DC. Okay, I'm glad you marked that one. DC does better with TV series like Green Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. Here's the thing: do we need another Flash show that is a speedster versus a speedster? Like, there's only so many speedsters that you can do, and I'm not disagreeing with you. DC does a better job with their TV shows versus the movies, but the Green Arrow started to drag. It's like
Yeah, I couldn't do Green Arrow.
it drags so hard. I'm like, get to the freaking point.
The
Another arrow shooter versus another arrow shooter.
but
And
what got me with Flash though is that the characters were so, I want to say, talented.
mhm.
Like they could play so many different roles. They could go from being a regular human to a metahuman to a bad person to a good person. That kept me entertained. It wasn't always the speedster versus speedster. It was the development of the characters that got me.
They did a good job developing. My whole thing is if you're gonna have a villain, can we do another, like, do we have to do a speedster, please?
Well,
And when they had to do a musical and like one of their the season before, I'm just like, seriously? I know why you're doing this, but seriously, it's like that's when you know you're done. It's like, okay, let's do a musical as an episode. You're done. Get out. And then Legends of Tomorrow, that one started off so freaking good. And then it dragged. It dragged so hard. Ah, same thing with Supergirl. Supergirl started off
started
so
off good.
good and then it dragged. That's the problem. See, that's the problem with DC. They're like, hey, let's beat this thing until it starts to drag to the point that we have to do a musical. And then once it's done with the musical, maybe let's try to do one more season and call it a day. Oh, man. When they started doing the crossovers, that's when it gave the show a little bit of an excitement when they were beginning to drag. if it wasn't for those crossovers, I was pretty much checked out with those DC shows.
The only one I still kind of watch is the Flash. The other ones I'm done with.
Yeah, and yeah, but I do agree. Their shows are better than the movies,
100%.
but they just you know what DC needs to do is say Disney, can you buy us please and
Disney, can you buy us?
save our universe? They just need to do something with it because this is just insane what they're doing. We'll see. What's up, M Love? It lost steam after Quake was introduced. It lost a hell of a lot of steam. It's just like I said, it was just very. I was excited for those shows. They were like these started off great, and I was, you know, I think this is the last season for Black Lightning, The Flash, and Supergirl.
The problem that I started having with a lot of these DC shows is when they tried to like incorporate all of them together. So if you wanted to know what was happening in one, you had to watch all of them. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like I can't watch The Flash, freaking Batgirl and Supergirl and Arrow and this is like five. Who's got time to keep up with 5 TV shows? Like, no.
You know what I actually did? Oh, Batgirl season 1, first couple episodes, good, not great, good, and then it dragged right away. And now they have a new Batwoman or Batgirl or Bat Chick, whatever you want to call yourself. But okay, so check this out, next level. You probably don't know this, but when these shows start, I actually have a notepad, and at the top I'll write it: Green Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl, like all the DC shows, And then right below it, I will put the date of when every single episode came out for that season. And when I do this, typically once it's almost over. So like right now, most of these seasons are almost done. So I have the whole thing marked, like labeled, titled, and then labeled with dates. And I'm going to start watching the shows based on date, all of them, all 5 of them, or 6 of them, or whatever it is. So I'll start watching them in order by date, just in case they do crossovers.
Good luck.
Because I think it's fun, and I mark it off every time I go. I mark it off, so that way when it does do the big crossover events, I'm already like, okay, I'm good. I already know what's happening. So,
I don't think it's going to keep my attention even if I tried to do that. I would be like, yo, I don't even want to see these characters on my TV right now.
it has to be great. It has to like the shows have to be very good for you to be invested in like that. And for me, once I get invested, I'm kind of like, well, let me just see how. Like right now, I'm like, I just want to see how they're going to end Supergirl, Flash, like Black Lightning. I just want to see how they're going to end. Black Lightning was another one that started great and just dragged to the mud. I'm like, they had Wayne Brady as a bad guy on the last season. I was like, oh man. Oh, comments are still going. All right, who else is in here? DC equals Drama Central. Batwoman. Tim says, Rojas, are you in your new studio? No, I'm in Colorado, actually. What's up, Uno Nice? Drywall Studio. Flash has been renewed for season 8. What you think of Titans and Stargirl? Okay. Titans started off great. In the middle, it began to drag a little bit, and I was like, please, Lord, do not do this to me now. And then it picked right back up. But it did this roller coaster for me a little bit. And I get it, they're doing storyline. I just hope if they are doing another season for Titans, I hope it picks it up much better. Same with Doom Patrol. Don't forget about Doom Patrol. I actually like Stargirl. I think they did a good job explaining everything in the beginning. It was a little bit more of like story versus action. But I think now that she's forming that team and she's getting all the characters together, she still hasn't formed the entire team yet. Um, I hope she finalizes the team in season two. And then I hope they actually they have a big battle towards the end of it versus somebody, you know? But I think they're doing okay. I just hope they don't drag it. Next Level, did you watch them?
I didn't watch Titan, but I watched Stargirl. It was okay. If I didn't have anything else to watch, I'd probably watch a couple episodes of season 2.
Yeah,
It
for
wasn't
sure.
bad. It just it feels so B-rated. Like it's not an A-rated show. Like it feels B. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. They could have done better. I agree. Doom Patrol, I hope they only do like one more season after this because they did start to drag a little bit towards the end. We'll see. Um, yeah, we'll see. And then Tim, I'm out visiting family and stuff. I drove from Colorado to from California to Colorado. It is cooler than California, big time. And then I'm going to be driving to St. Louis, which I think there's supposed to be like some kind of storm coming through next week, and I'm going to be there right when it starts, so that should be fun. Bella's probably going to freak the hell out. So, man, okay, so we've been over an hour now. That is nuts. How many people we got watching? How many thumbs up?
27 people watching, and we have 30 thumbs up. Shit.
Cool. So people are coming in and out. Awesome. Make sure you guys do hit that thumbs up. As always, we appreciate it. And yeah, like we have a lot of stuff coming. We have a lot of episodes coming this month that talks about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You guys will not believe the special guest we got coming later this month also.
Oh yeah, that's
That
right.
was a fun combo.
That recording session went like 3 hours because we were talking before and after. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was fun. It was fun.
It is gonna I'll say this. It is gonna be a two-part episode. Because it was a good, nice conversation. So we'll do part one in the middle of the week, and then we'll do part two on the weekend. And do we want to release the dates of when we're going to be doing that one?
Mm, I would say it's gonna be the last week of this month,
Yep,
right? Yeah.
last week of this month. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one. Yeah. Next Level. Anything you got to say before we get out of here?
Hey, you know how we say, just make sure you guys are following us everywhere you can follow us. If you are over on the YouTube side watching the live shows as they're happening, make sure you're subscribed to us. If you're listening to us on the audio side, make sure that you leave us a review or a comment. It helps the algorithm recommend our podcast and our YouTube episodes to other viewers like yourself. Yeah, so thank you guys for all the support. And season 2, I think we're gearing up for our first month to be over soon. So hey,
Yeah, it's crazy. Now I'll take care. I'll have a heyday. If anybody don't know that reference, we're playing a game called Heyday. So, if everybody could do me a favor, as soon as this show is over, hit refresh, leave us a comment. Your comment, let us know your thoughts on the best TV shows that you have seen or the best movies that you have seen for this year so far. Is there any recommendations? Or maybe not this year, maybe 2020. It could be 2020, 2021.
I was gonna say COVID during COVID.
Yeah, during this whole COVID crap. Let us know, what TV show did you run into that you said was like, wow, this is really, really good? What movie? And yeah, for me, Ted LaRusso and The Morning Show, I was like, that's pretty cool. For me, that's a TV show. Next Level, any TV shows you got? Shoot us one that you didn't expect was going to be good and ended up being good.
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, well, I'm gonna say The Mandalorian because I'm not a Star Wars guy at all. I didn't really care for the movies, nothing like that. But Mandalorian was fun. I really liked it.
Nice, cool. So everybody else in the chat, refresh, leave us a comment, let us know, and then hopefully somebody will find something good. Maybe you'll help us finding something good that's next. And yeah, with all that being said, stay tuned to the next episode because you never know who's going to be here. And stay cool. It's a hot summer. Peace out.
Peace.